Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for another reading. I hope that you're doing amazing as always, and I'm so excited for today's reading, you guys, because we will be doing something a little bit different. Today, I kind of wanted to look into you as a person. What are your top 3 qualities? So that's going to be the topic of today's reading. We will be taking a look at your top 3 qualities as a person, okay? So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Please feel free to choose any pile that you feel most drawn to, and then you can skip to the timestamps, which are in the description, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hello, my beautiful pile number 1. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be a reading today about what are your top 3 qualities. So I'm super excited to get started with today's reading, and we're going to begin by shuffling your pile number 1, and if you want to skip this part, then I will leave the timestamp for you. So let's see pile number 1. I will pull 2 cards that will represent one of your top qualities. So we're gonna do that 3 times. So let's see, what is your first top quality as a person, Spirit? What is the first quality of pile number 1 here as a person? What is their first quality? Okay, let's see. I feel like taking these 2. So this is going to be your first quality, pile 1. Let's get your second quality. What is your second most valuable quality as a person? Pile 2. I feel like taking... Oh, so sorry, pile 1. Oh my god. Okay. And let's see, what is your third top quality as a person? Pile 1. Their third top quality. Okay. So we have your tarot cards. Let's kind of put these like that so that I don't mix them up. Okay, and let's get your oracles, pile 1. We're going to use these just to further clarify your message. So what are the most important top qualities for pile number 1, Spirit, that represent their personality, them as a person? Let's see, pile 1, their top qualities as person. Pile 1, Spirit, what are their top qualities as a person? Okay, let's get some more cards for you. What are pile number 1's top qualities as a person, Spirit? Okay, and let's get your last oracle card. What are pile number 1's top qualities as a person? Okay, so we have all of your cards now. I'm so excited to get into your reading, pile number 1. So as your card here, you chose the Queen of Swords, and I love this card here and how the Queen of Swords is represented in this image. I feel like for those of you who chose pile number 1, you're the type of a person who can deal very well with your emotions, meaning that you don't let your emotions affect you. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like pile number 1, you're the type of a person who, like, even if you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like doing something, you're able to push that emotion away and do the thing that you're supposed to do. I feel like you're the type of people who don't rely on motivation, but it's just in your head that it's like you're more of a dedicated person, so you rely more on discipline and dedication rather than motivation, right? So I feel like for you, pile 1, you have no problem of getting things done and accomplishing things because you're so disciplined. And when you want to do something, the way you approach it is you just make a plan and you stick to it. And if you don't feel like doing it, you still do it because you don't let the emotions affect you, okay? You also more of like a cold person or hard to get to. Maybe you don't like to share a lot of your personal information with other people, or in the beginning stages when you meet someone, you do tend to have like that wall between you and that other person. But I'm getting that you're very strict, you're very disciplined, right? That's kind of like the energy of the Queen of Swords. But let's get into your cards so we can get into your qualities here to see. So let's see, what is your first quality here, pile number one. We're going to begin with these two cards here for you. So for your first quality, you have the Three of Cups. Wow. And you also have the Judgment. Wow, very good, pile number one, very good. So what I'm seeing as your first quality as a person is that you're very good at judging people. You're very good at judging people's intention, how they really are. I'm hearing that you're not someone to mess with and that people cannot fool you, pile number one. It's like the second you see someone, you're able to make a clear judgment whether they are being a little bit deceptive, whether they're being honest, whether they have good intentions towards you. And I feel like you're also the type of a person who doesn't chase people and doesn't chase relationships, meaning like you don't feel desperate to be constantly around people and to maybe have a lot of friends and have a lot of acquaintances. I feel like you're more of the type of person who likes to have a smaller circle of people around them. And I keep hearing that you're very well at judging people. You're very well at, like, the second you see someone, you know their intention, you know what they're hiding. I feel like that's something that is really handy nowadays. So for you, pile one, your first top quality is being able to judge people very, very well right away is what I'm hearing for you. So that is really amazing. And I see that with the people who you are close with, you like to have fun. I feel like when people meet you, pile one, I'm kind of getting the energy. Like when people meet you, they might feel like you're a little bit cold, maybe like you don't like to talk that much, but when they get to know you, if you let them in your circle, it feels like you're such a fun person to be around. I kind of get like the way that you tell your stories. It's very entertaining. I feel like as a person, you're very entertaining, but only with the people who you trust. That's kind of what I'm picking up here for you, Paolo. I'm very interesting. Okay, let's move on to your second quality. What is your second quality here, pile one? You have the Knight of Cups, okay, as well as the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, that is so beautiful. Yeah, I feel like pile one, you're a very, very generous person to the people who are close to you. I feel like you're the type of person who values connections a lot, like maybe your family, maybe your friends, but only if they're close to you. Like the people who you find meaningful in your life, the people who you trust in your life, and kind of like connecting this with your first quality, the people who you have approved of being in your life. It feels like you're extremely giving to them, extremely generous. Maybe you like to buy. I feel like you're the type of person who loves buying gifts for other people. It brings you a lot of joy, and you're a very, very kind and generous person is what I'm seeing, pile number one, but only to the people who you approve of, kind of feels like. Definitely with you, it's the energy of like you're not this kind to everyone. You don't let people walk over you. You don't let people mistreat you. But to those who treat you well and to those who have honest intentions with you, I see that, pile one, you give back 10 times more. You're a very generous person, and I feel like it brings you a lot of joy when you see the people you love happy. So maybe you tend to love buying gifts for the ones that you love, or doing kind gestures, helping them out in any way. I see that you're always there to help to those who you love, okay? So I feel like, pile one, for you, the people who are close to you in your life, they're very meaningful to you. They mean a lot, and you always show them a lot of care, a lot of generosity. Okay, maybe your family is a big part of your life, and family doesn't always have to mean like, you know, the stereotypical type of like parent and mother and father. Of course, for some of you that is true, but for others of you, whatever you resonate with when you hear the word family. You tend to love those people a lot, and I'm hearing shower them with a lot of gifts, and just you value your connections is what I'm hearing. You might be a very family-oriented person as well. And I'm hearing that you're very successful. I'm hearing that for pile one. You're very successful, and I feel like for you, maybe for some of you, it kind of feels like you were maybe the first successful person of your family, and now you get to kind of shower them with a lot of like materialistic things that they weren't able to maybe afford before, it kind of feels like. But I'm getting the energy from you, pile one, is that you're very successful because you have the mindset to be very successful. You have the dedication, the not the motivation, but just like the drive to be very successful. I feel like the key to success is not to constantly be motivated, but to constantly get things done, even if you don't feel like doing them. And I feel like that's the type of person that you are, Palwan. Very beautiful. Okay, let's take a look at your third quality. What is your third most important quality for you, Palwan? Wow, Six of Wands. Yeah, you're very successful. I was just saying that. You're a very successful person, as well as the Page of Swords. Okay. Wow, Palwan. Do you know what I just heard about you? I heard that you're going to be a trendsetter. I heard that you're going to be the first one to do something, right? With the Six of Wands, this can correlate with public recognition, public success. So I see that a lot of you are very successful, or you're going to be very successful in your lifetime. Especially, you're going to get a lot of media attention, a lot of attention on social media. I feel like a lot of people will be liking and supporting the things that you're doing. And to me, with the Page of Swords, it feels like you're either the first one, you're going to be the first one to do something, so like a trendsetter, or again, you're the first one in your family who's going to be very successful, or you're going to be the first one in your neighborhood, in your city, in your country who's going to be very, very well known and successful. And I see that your success is going to go beyond, so it's going to be worldwide. I really feel like for you, pile one, you're very, very dedicated, hardworking, driven people, and you're going to be able to achieve the success that you're wanting. It's like you're not even hoping for it. It's like, I know that I want this and I'm gonna achieve this no matter what, because I have everything that it takes. That's what it feels like for you, pile one. So I love your drive. I love that power that you have. It really is amazing. So as your third quality, I see that you're not afraid to try new things. You're never afraid to experiment. You're never afraid to be the beginner, pile number one, to start from zero, to learn, to make mistakes is what it feels like. And this is the way that you're gonna learn the skill that you're going to be extremely successful at, is what I'm feeling for you, pile number one. Okay, let's take a look at your oracles now, pile one. So as your first oracle card, you have Scorpio. Insensitivity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Wow. So this insensitivity is really sticking out to me, especially with the Queen of Swords. As I mentioned, you might be a little bit cold sometimes, pile one, or people might find you even a little bit too extreme, maybe with your opinions, or just you're a very like cold cut, I kind of want to say, type of person. And it feels like you don't tolerate when people complain, or when people find excuses, and maybe people find you a little bit insensitive because of this. But I feel like this is a good quality to have as a person, you know, because for you it feels like you really want to be successful, like make it big. You don't just want a normal life, is what I'm hearing, pile one. You want to be one of a kind. You want to make it to like the top 1%, and to be there, it really feels like you just need to get things done, even if you don't feel like it, and if you don't want it, if you have excuses, if you're going through a hard time in your life. I feel like you're the one who doesn't have excuses, like never. You just do the things that you want to do, and people might find you a little bit extreme because of that. But I see that being as your good quality pile one, because you're able to do and achieve the things that you want to, regardless of how you feel and regardless of how other people are feeling. You also have exposing, purging, and renewing. So it feels like maybe you don't tolerate liars, you don't tolerate injustice, unfairness, and if something needs to be spoken out about, I feel like you're the type of person to always voice your opinion. Okay, you also have the kangaroo courage. You're being tested, have faith, and stand in your truth. Wow, look at this card. So yeah, you're a very strong person, Paul 1. I feel like you've been through so many ups and downs in your life, and every time you were able to come up on top and even stronger. And you're very courageous, very bold, not afraid to take the leap of faith, is what I'm hearing, pile one. And you have been tested many, many times in your life, but you still remained in your truth. You still knew that you just need to get up again, be yourself, and keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna be successful at it. You're gonna achieve it. So you're a very courageous person, pile one. I feel like a very like strong quality that you have is that you're not afraid to fail, because you understand that in order to succeed you need to fail many times and learn from those failures so that you don't make them again. And that is a really good mindset to have about things, because a lot of people, I feel like they fail and they get discouraged and they don't learn from their mistakes, so they keep doing them over and over again. But I feel like for you, you're detached from your ego, so you're able to realize when you make a mistake and when you can improve, right? I feel like you don't have the mindset of like you do have the mindset of like, I can do it, I can achieve anything, but you don't have the mindset of like, I am the best in this, so I don't need to work hard anymore, right? You guys always have the mindset that like, I can always improve, I can always do better, and that's why you keep pushing and pushing and pushing yourself forward, is what I'm feeling here. Very beautiful, pile one. You have reunion of souls. Okay, I'm getting that you're true to yourself with this card. Reunion of souls, you're not lost, is what I'm hearing, pile one. You exactly know who you are, and you exactly know who you want to be. And that is something very important and valuable to have in your lifetime, because believe it or not, a lot of people are lost and they don't have clarity regarding this topic in their life. But for you, it feels like you are united with who you are, who you need to be here as a soul. You're not wandering around, is what I'm hearing, pile one. You're very much aligned with your life's purpose. Okay. Wow, look at this. You have creative expression. Yeah, no wonder you had the Six of Wands as well. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So I see that a lot of you, pile one, you're going to be very successful in doing something creative, or being on social media is what I'm feeling for you, pile one. Maybe some of you want to be writers, musicians, painters. Maybe you want to have your own clothing brand, or be a designer, or do acting, maybe make YouTube videos, or do Instagram, or something like that, where you know, that's why I mentioned that you're going to be a trendsetter, because it feels like you're going to be the first one to do something by following your creative instincts, by following and creating something new, something that's unique to you, by following like you're not following trends, is what I want to say. You're following your inner guidance, and this is going to lead to a big breakthrough for you, pile number one, because you're going to be able to create something very unique that's only unique to you and to your soul and to your expression. And that's where you're going to start the next trend, is what I'm hearing for you, pile one. Very beautiful energy. Let's take a look at your last card here. You guys have the Mouse and the Buttercup. What is this one? Let me see. Innocence? Yeah, it says innocence right here. The Mouse and the Buttercup with innocence. I'm hearing that you're very pure-hearted, pile one. You're very strict, you're very disciplined. Sometimes you can be a little bit harsh with your words, but it's all coming from a place of kindness, because you want to help people, and sometimes in order to help people, they need to hear what they don't want to hear. you know, because if they constantly keep hearing the easy way out and what they want to hear, it's usually not going to help them, and it's just going to keep them stuck. So I feel like for you, Paul, when you're very honest with people, you tell them what they need to hear in order to escape the loop. And you're gonna go very far is what I'm hearing for you, Paul. One, if you keep doing what you're doing right now, you're gonna go very far in your life. Maybe some of you have already even made it, and you're like, yes, like that was my story, that was my journey. But for a lot of you, I see that if you keep going, you're gonna be extremely successful because you have what it takes, Paul. One, you have what it takes to be a successful person. I feel like you're the type of person who relates a lot to successful people in terms of like their mindset. Like you might hear them speak something and you're like, wow, like I have the same opinion. I think the same way. So, you know, it's all about the mindset. And if you have the mindset of a successful person, then no doubt I feel like you will be able to make it. And that's what I'm seeing here for you, Paul number one. I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment. And I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number two. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be a reading today about what are your top 3 qualities as a person. So we're going to begin by shuffling your pile here, pile number 2. And if you want to skip this part, then I will leave the timestamp for you in the description. But let's, so the way that we're going to do this is I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards, which are going to represent each of your qualities. So we're gonna do that 3 times. So let's see, Spirit, what are our pile number 2's top qualities? I'm sorry. Let's begin with your first one. What is pile number 2's, Spirit, first top quality? What is their first top quality as a person? Let's see. Pile 2. Let's take these 2. Okay, that's going to be your first top quality. Let's see, what is your second most valuable, high quality as a person? Pile 2, seconds, top quality. Let's get these 2. Okay, and let's get your third qualities. Pile 2. Spirit, what is pile number 2's third most valuable quality? Let's see. Let's get this one as well. Okay, so we have your tarot cards. I'm gonna keep this, keep the cards like this so that I don't mix them up. Okay, and let's get your oracles, which we're gonna use to further clarify your message today. So what are pile number 2's top qualities, most valuable qualities as a person's spirit for pile 2? Let's see, pile 2, most valuable qualities as a person. I feel like taking this one. Okay. Pile 2's most valuable quality. Okay. Pile 2's most valuable qualities as a person's spirit. Oh, this one fell right out. And let's get your last oracle card. Pile 2, what are your most valuable qualities as a person? Pile 2. Okay, so we have your cards now. I'm so excited to get into your reading, pile number 2. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so as your card here, you chose the Chariot, pile number 2. And what I'm hearing with this specific card is that you always play your moves right, or you're very good at calculating the risks. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. You're very good. You're very like smart person. You're a very logical person, and you're very good at calculating your moves, making the right moves in life, making good decisions. That's what I'm hearing. You're always making the right decisions in your life, pile 2, and they're gonna lead to a lot of progress, a lot of change. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. But I want to take a look at each of your qualities here, and let's begin with your first one. Let's see, pile 2, what is your first most valuable quality? You guys have the 8 of Cups as well as the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, You're very good at, okay, what I want to say here, Paul. One, first of all, you're not afraid to leave things behind if they don't resonate with you anymore. Okay, you're not the type of person who gets stuck on something so much. Like, kind of what I'm getting, what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that you don't get attached to things so much to the point where even if it doesn't resonate with you anymore, and you feel like things are not working out, you still keep holding on to it. I feel like you're not that type of person. You're the type of person that if you feel like, even if something is stable and it's okay currently in your life, but you just don't resonate with it anymore, you don't want it anymore, you want to do something else, you want to take a new direction, redirect yourself in your life. I feel like you're the type of person who goes for that approach. You're not stuck, is what I'm hearing. You don't keep yourself stuck by living in the old, living in the past, is what I'm hearing, Pal, too, for you. And especially with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you're very patient. Okay, you're very patient, and again, you're very good at planning things. Maybe you're very good at organizing your finances and spending your money wisely, not spending it on unnecessary things. So you might be really good at saving money. Again, I see that you're very good in that kind of sense. I feel like that's one of your really good qualities, Paul. Number one is that you're a very logical person when you need to be. You're very good at planning, minimizing the risk factor when you want to take a leap of faith. That's what I'm getting. So your decision making, your plans, your organization, I feel like it's top notch. It's kind of like you're always able to create the correct plan in order to make something work. You think about every detail, you make sure that everything is planned out, is laid out before you go ahead and do the leap of faith. You do the jump. And that's why it usually works for you, because you have calculated everything so correctly, is what it feels like, Paul 1. So that's a really good quality to have in life, especially. Okay, let's see, what is your second most valuable quality, Paul 2? You have the Two of Wands. See a lot about like papers and planning, right? Organizing, as well as the Temperance. Wow, very similar. The Temperance is the card of patience. So I feel like you're a very calm, very collected person, okay? Very mature person. And you're, again, very good at planning. The Two of Wands, I always kind of get the energy of the Two of Wands. It's like you're planning a trip to go somewhere. So again, that is bringing out the same message. It's like you're very patient, you're very calm, you're very collected. You don't rush into things without thinking about it first, without making sure that you know all the details about it. It's like you take your time, you don't rush, you don't panic. Even if you're in like a situation, you don't panic. You plan it out. You stay calm, stay collected, which I feel like it's the most important thing. And then you're able to kind of figure out how you're going to get out of this, or how you're going to move forward, how are you going to progress. So I feel like your top qualities here that I'm seeing for you, Paul, too, is that you're very patient. You're very good at planning things out, planning your time, your schedule out correctly. If you want to take a leap of faith, you're really good at planning and minimizing the risk of that leap of faith. And you're really good at making decisions, and you always play your moves right. You always make the right decision in your life. You're a really good thinker, Paul, too, is what I'm hearing for you. Okay, let's take a look at your last quality here. What is your third most valuable quality? You guys have the Six of Cups here, as well as the Eight of Swords. Very interesting. I feel like your third most valuable quality, Paul, too, and this is especially very, very good quality to have in life, is that you don't keep yourself in the box. You don't live in the past. You don't get attached. Again, very similar energy to the first message. You don't get attached to things, to people, to the point, like, you know how sometimes some people can get stuck in like relationships or situations that it doesn't bring them any good, it doesn't bring any value to their life, but they're they keep themselves stuck because they are afraid of being alone or starting over or doing something new. And for you, I feel like you're very good at not keeping yourself stuck in that box, not keeping yourself stuck in the past and living in your old ways, living in old memories where maybe you made a mistake sometimes, but you're not the type of person who accepts that, who's like, well, I made this mistake, so now I have to live with it. No, I feel like for you, Paul, too, you're like, that happened and that's never gonna happen again because now I learned my lesson. And I feel like you're constantly trying new things. You're very innovative. You're different, Paul, too. And I feel like it's really good for you that you're very open-minded. That again, you're not so conservative. You're not in the boxes, what it feels like. You're not, I feel like you're not a very traditional person. That's what I'm seeing. You're not a very traditional person because you feel sometimes that can be a bit too restrictive for you, is what it feels like for me, pile number 2. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards now, pile number 2, so we can get more details here. So as your first card, you guys have house 4. It says cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Okay. What I'm feeling for you, pile number 2 here, is that you're very valuable of your family. I feel like you're also, pile number 1 got like a similar message of like being family orientated. So with this, it does feel like you enjoy your space, you enjoy your home, you enjoy your comfort, and you might be a very family orientated person. Like your home life is very valuable to you. You value and cherish your friends, your family a lot here, is what I'm feeling. And you might have a very good relationship with your family, with your parents maybe, or just whoever you think of as your family is what I'm seeing here. You also have the dolphin with Atlantis. Healing wisdom is surfacing. Stop and listen. What I'm picking up here with this is that I'm hearing pile number 2 is that you're very good at healing yourself, okay? You're very good at, again, not letting something that has hurt you in the past be with you forever. And the only way to get rid of that hurt feeling is to heal it, right? Because if you don't heal it, it's gonna hurt your entire life. So you're very good at healing yourself from past experiences, which prevents you from living in the past, living in your old ways, feeling stuck, like you're stuck in the past, you're stuck in that very painful moment. You're very good at healing yourself and knowing when you need to leave a connection, a situation, maybe a job, when it doesn't resonate with you anymore. You just know, and you know that you have that instinct, and you're very good at making calculated moves in order to do so correctly, to make a transition correctly. You also have forgiveness. Yeah. You might be a very forgiving person, you know? You really just don't like holding grudges with people is what I'm hearing, and you don't like bringing that heavy energy with you. And I feel like that's why you're so forgiving and so like into healing, because you don't want to bring that energy with you for the rest of your life. So maybe you tend to forgive some people, you know, and forgiving doesn't always have to be like you forgive them and then you reconnect with them. Sometimes you just forgive them just with yourself, with your own heart, with your own peace. And I feel like you're really good at doing that, letting things go. When they don't need to be in your life anymore, you're really good at noticing that and then letting it go. Okay, pile 2. You also have crystals. Your connections to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Wow, so you might be into like crystals, you might be into tarot cards, you might be into like you know, healing, like candles. Maybe you like to use like sage or something like that. It feels like you're kind of into a bit of spirituality here, but again, you're very good at healing yourself. Healing. Oh, do you know what I heard? I heard that your home is very safe and protected, Paul, too. Okay, you might be somebody who always cleanses your home, or your home is very clean. It's very like it's very protected. It's very safe from energies, is what I'm hearing. Maybe you don't have a lot of guests over for some of you, and that's a way to keep our home clean from energies, to only let people inside who we know personally and who we really trust, and don't invite people who we have very recently met, right? That's kind of like at least my take on it. I feel like our home is a very personal space, and people carry energy, and when they walk into a room, they bring their energy with them. So for you, I feel like you're the type of person who really minimizes the people who you invite in your home, because it's like your own space. You want to keep it to yourself, and you also cleanse a lot, is what I'm hearing. And for your last card, you have the Cat and Lavender, Independence. Yeah. So a really good quality of yours is that you're a very independent person. Again, it takes a lot of independence to realize when something doesn't work anymore and being able to let it go. And again, you're the type of a person, very independent, very strong, pile number 2, and extremely like knowing how to play your moves right. That's kind of what I say about you. That's the best way I can describe you. You know how to make your moves right, how to make the right decisions for yourself. So that is a really good energy, pile number 2. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye, guys. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you guys chose this pile, then this is going to be your reading today about your top 3 qualities as a person. So we're going to begin by shuffling your cards, pile number 3. Oh my god, I'm getting the piles mixed up today. So pile 3. Let's begin by shuffling your cards, and the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards to represent each of your qualities. So we're going to do that 3 times, okay? So let's see, Spirit, what are pile number 3's top qualities, okay, as a person? What are their most valuable qualities, their top qualities? Let's see. Pile number 3. Their top qualities as a person. What is their first most valuable quality, Spirit? For pile number 3, what is their first? Okay. This is going to be your first quality. So let's see, what is your second one, Spirit? What is pile number 3's second most valuable quality as a person? Let's get these 2. Okay, and what is your third most valuable quality as a person? Let's see, pile 3, their third most valuable quality. Okay, so we have your tarot cards, pile number 3. I'm going to put these like that so that I don't mix them up. And let's get your oracles so that we can further clarify your message for today. Ooh, this one is wanting to come out. Okay, let's get that one. Let's see, pile number 3, Spirit. What is their most valuable quality as a person? What is their top quality as a person? Pile number 3, Spirit. Most valuable qualities of pile number. Oh, which one? Let's shuffle a little bit more. I wasn't sure. Let's see, pile number 3's most valuable qualities as a person. Okay, let's get this one. Pile number 3's most valuable quality as a person. Pile 3, let's get this one. And let's get your last oracle, pile 3, your most valuable qualities as a person. Let's see, pile 3. Okay. So we have your cards now. Let's get into your reading, pile number 3. So as your card here, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Very beautiful image. Very luxurious energy here that I'm getting from this image especially. And with the 9 of Pentacles, I'm hearing that you're very good at being independent. That's the first thing that I'm hearing about you, pile number 3. You're very good at getting things done on your own. It's like you don't rely on people, or you don't rely on other people approving of your actions. You're very much like living in your own world, living in your own reality, and I love that for you. I love that energy. But let's take a look at your tarot cards here, and let's begin with your first quality. So pile 3, what is your first most valuable quality here as a person? Let's see. You have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you're an action taker. That's what I heard. And the Four of Wands. Wow, very beautiful. I feel like you have a very good personality, is what I'm hearing, to be an entrepreneur, pile number 3, because you have that very good gut feeling, very good intention, very good judgment when it's kind of worth it to hop onto something or to take action towards something, to make some kind of deal. I feel like, again, you're an action taker, is what I'm hearing. And I feel like some of you might have the mindset of like, any kind of action is sometimes better than no action, which is true, you know, not always. Of course, we need to be a bit more rational when it comes to it, but sometimes when we get too stuck on trying to make the right decision, we might end up making the wrong one because we're overthinking it. So I see that you have a very good balance when it comes to judging with your mind, but as well following your intuition, following your gut. So you're an action taker. And I see that most of your times, your actions lead to some kind of celebration, some kind of success, some kind of stability in your life. I feel like you're very like I feel like you have the potential, if you're not already, to be like a very wealthy person, very affluent person, to be around very wealthy people, to network with very wealthy people. I feel like you kind of have the energy, you have the mindset to be in that circle of people, to be around a lot of like business people, a lot of like influential, affluent people, is what I'm hearing for you, pile number 2. Very interesting energy. Okay, let's take a look at your second most valuable quality. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. You might be really good at cooking, okay, with this image here. Or you might be really good at making money as well. So it could be both as well. And the Ace of Wands. I'm seeing this pen as like contract deals. Interesting. The Ace of Wands is kind of represents our creative side, our passion. So you might be really good at making a business out of your passion, is what I'm hearing. Or being able to generate income from your passions, maybe from your creative expressions, you know. You might be able to monetize something creative here that you're doing. But I see that you're a business person, pile 3, sorry. You have the mindset of a business person. You know how to create a really good and strong business plan. So if this is something that you haven't thought about before, think about it. I feel like you have kind of the natural instinct of like a business person, of entrepreneur, knowing how to sell something, how to market something. And again, with the Queen of Pentacles, this could be like you're either really good at making money, or knowing how to monetize your passion. You could be also like very good at cooking. You might like to bake and cook, is also what I'm seeing. But definitely when it comes to doing business and monetizing your passion, you're really, really good at that. You kind of you're very creative when it comes to it. So you're kind of like able to make money out of anything that you wish for, is what I'm hearing, pile number 3. Okay, let's see your last most valuable quality. The Emperor. Wow. So many like affluent cards, like just, I'm telling you, you're meant to be in that circle of people. As well as the 5 of Swords. Wow. You always win, pile number 3. You're always the winner, is what I'm hearing. Because you don't have the mentality that you can lose. I feel like you're just so like, you don't even entertain the thought that you will receive less, or you will receive less than you deserve, less than you want. So you always win. I feel like you're really good at impressing people. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up with these 2 cards. You're really, really good at impressing people, pile number 3. You're really good at speaking, the way that you present yourself. So again, I'm connecting this like you're gonna be networking with a lot of wealthy, affluent people in your lifetime, because I feel like it's a part of your purpose to be around those kinds of people because you yourself are that type of person. So what you are is what you attract, right? So I feel like you kind of have that energy of like a wealthy person. So if you haven't already, I definitely feel like in the future you're gonna be around those type of people. Maybe that's your goal in life. I'm kind of seeing like a lot of like luxurious hotels with like a lot of like with like business meetings with wealthy people and networking. That's kind of what I'm seeing for you. I feel like that's your lifestyle, especially here with the Nine of Pentacles. You will be living a very wealthy lifestyle, pile number 3. Okay, beautiful. Let's take a look at your oracles now, pile 3, so we can get more details here. You have House 7. It says profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnership. So you do have partnership again. That could be also about your career, your business, or I feel like you're gonna have a very beautiful like relationship life, or your love life is going to be very beautiful. Pile number 3. You're gonna be able to find a person who is going to treat you very well, who you're going to resonate with very well. And I just see that your love life is going to be on point here. Profound relationships, intimacy, and romantic partnerships. Yeah. I'm hearing that your soulmate is very close to you, or your person is very close to you. And if you haven't met them yet, then you're going to meet them. I kind of get a feeling that you're the type of person who's not going to have many partners in their life, because you're going to find your partner either like in the first try or in a couple of tries. So I'm kind of getting that you're not going to date around a lot. You're going to be able to find your person very fast, kind of like within the first few tries is what I'm hearing. You also have here, strength. Take time to make clear decisions, bring awareness and light to the situation. Yeah, so it says take time to make clear decisions, and I feel like this is resonating a lot, especially with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords can sometimes be a little bit irrational and go into action taking without thinking through too much. So it's kind of like advice from spirit, like, have that gut feeling, listen to it, but make sure that you take a little bit of time, because you need to find the perfect balance, which I think that you do. But it's kind of like you need to have a perfect balance between following your gut and also being a little bit of a rebel, right? Being a little bit like taking a leap of faith is what I'm hearing for you, pile number 3. Okay, let's see your other card. You have changes. So I'm hearing that you love change. You're not afraid of change. You're always welcome change. Change excites you, You might be a person who likes to travel a lot, like constantly live in different locations, constantly move around. Maybe you're not the one to settle down so fast. It's like you want to experience your life first, and you want to live to the fullest, right? Travel everywhere, experience so many different cultures. So I see that change is a big part of your life, and you thrive off of change. You love it. Some people like their comfort, they like their space, they like staying in one location. But I feel for you, it's like you love change. You love the adrenaline that comes with it, the adventure, and it was just meant for you. I also feel like you're meant to have a job which you can work for, I guess, or you can do work anywhere in the world. So I do see you having kind of like, again, your own thing as a job. I feel like you're not an employer. You're more like you're not an employee. You're more of an employer. That's what I wanted to say. So you're kind of more like the boss, pile number 3. And I feel like regarding your job, regarding your career path, you're gonna do something very remote, something that you can like work anywhere in the world. Yeah, if you want to travel tomorrow and you can still do your work while you're traveling, that's kind of like what it feels like. So I see you traveling a lot, exploring a lot, doing like living a lot of changes in your lifetime. You also have oracle cards. You're able to discern awareness and guidance for yourself and others. You might be a psychic, pile number 3, or or you're able to, what did I say? You're able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Again, it feels like you're very reliant on your intuition. Let me tell you, you can trust your intuition a lot, pile number 3. If you're kind of like in the period where you're learning about your intuition and you're doubting it still a little bit, I'm hearing that you can fully trust your intuition and let it lead you to your goal in life. Let it lead you to your success, because I see that you're very like intuitive, very much psychic. The psychic abilities, everybody has them, but for some of us, because we're not opposed to it, we welcome it, then it shows up in us. It shows up in our energy, and everybody can do it. Everybody can awaken their psychic abilities, and for a lot of people, it's going to come out in different ways. For some people, it's going to be when their intuition rises up. For some other people, it's like you're clairvoyant and you can like just see and hear things in your head. So it really is different, but all of us have it. And for you, it really feels like it comes through of your intuition, your voice. That's kind of what I feel like, where your psychic abilities come through. And for your last tarot card, pull 3, you have the Deer and Oat with healing. So what I'm picking up with this is that you have leveled up with the healing. I feel like for you, pile number 3, you're really changed as a person from who you used to be and who some people might know you as, to the point where they might not even be able to recognize you anymore. You really did work on yourself and improve yourself, and I feel like you're onto something. Spirit is telling me you're onto something, pile number 3. You're going to impress some people in your life, and you're going to be given the chances and the opportunities to work your dream job. That's what I heard. And as well, again, with your relationship, it's going to be very smooth sailing. Like, you're not going to have to try to find the person so many times. It's going to come to you very easy and fast. Like, I'm hearing within the first few tries, even if it's like the first try for some of you. But definitely beautiful energy. I feel like one of your most valuable traits here, the one that sticks out to me the most at least, is that you're able to generate income from your passion. You're able to make money from anything that you wish to do in the world, and you can work from anywhere in the world that you wish to, is what I'm hearing for you, pile 3. So very beautiful energy. I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it didn't, please leave a like and a comment, and I hope to see you guys in my next reading. Bye guys.